Hey, Long Beach. Um, it's Jerlene. I'm live. No intro music today. Um, just going to be real short. I'm actually going to do a live commentary later tonight on All Politics Are Local. Yet I wanted to just go live for a minute. Story time with Jerlene. Okay? Story time with Jerlene. I don't know how many people have been paying attention to today's news, or I believe it launched last night on the Los Angeles Times. An article came out talking about the um, some conversations that were held by some Los Angeles politicians, some very anti-black conversation, and so I thought this is perfect time for me to like share a story with everyone. So if you've been paying attention to my post today, I've posted multiple things just about this Los Angeles politrick, very disgusting commentary. Um, that have come from leaders in political leaders out of Los Angeles. And many of these political leaders are individuals that are supporting some of our local politicians. And so when I began doing this conversation about politics, one thing, or just any commentary, for anyone who knows me, I am unapologetically Black. Okay. I have lived a Black experience in this country. So that is my experience. I am a bi ethnic woman of Mexican descent. Mother is Mexican, family out of Mexico, and my father's family, descendant of slaves out of Louisiana, Arkansas. But I'm very pro-Black, very unapologetically Black. Yet I've been criticized. Although I am those things, I've been criticized for the commentary and critiques that I have had toward Black leadership. It's because I have an expectation, right? Have an expectation, especially if people are using Black as a reason why they should be leadership. So today, I'm just going to keep this really short. I'm going to talk about why I don't vote Black, or I'm going to say I don't vote on ethnic base, on someone's ethnic and racial makeup. Now, at one time I did. When we were going through an election with President Obama. Was really excited. It was a Black man running for president, and of course, I voted for a Black man running for president because that was what we kind of been groomed to do in a Black community, is that you support Black people, right? Because they're like, yay, it's a win for the people. The reality is not a win for the people. Okay, I don't know what type of economic development or advancements that were made for Black people when we had a Black president. I'm not sure. If you know, please let me know so that I can have so that I can know. If anyone's watching me, can I get a thumbs up just to make sure that people can hear me? Because I am on a different device. I'm on a device that I normally don't stream from. Anybody, if anyone's watching, okay, no one's watching right now. So I'm just going to keep going with rolling. Um, in Long Beach, so we have a mayoral race. And in the race, there are two candidates, a female candidate of Iranian descent, I believe, and a Black candidate, a Black American male candidate. And in the commentary, that I share a lot of information about whatever candidate comes my way. I've been sharing information. But there's been a lot of criticism, and I've even received phone calls where people are like, oh, well, Jerlene, you are criticizing a Black man. Oh, you should be voting Black. I don't subscribe to that. Okay. I don't subscribe to that. And one thing that I'm noticing this popping up on social media here in our city is people like, yay, we're going to have our first Black mayor. Well, Long Beach could have had their first Black mayor. So here comes the story time. Long Beach could have had its first Black mayor. In 2014, there was a man by the name of Damon Dunn that came into our city that was running for mayor, and he made it to the runoff. And the runoff was against Robert Garcia, our current mayor. So a lot of people were like, oh my gosh, he's a carpetbagger. I was one of those people. Okay. I was one of those people. And I had a one-on-one conversation with him where I was like, you're a carpetbagger, dude. But learned, and he was a recovering Republican. But anyway, he made it to the runoff. There were a lot of Black leadership that got behind Damon Dunn, this Black man, because he was going to be the first Black mayor of Long Beach. And he was a millionaire, came in with his own money, pretty much financed his own campaign. He did not accept contributions from people. If people wanted contributions to make contributions toward his campaign, he asked that they went to a local nonprofit instead. So he was basically self-funding. Matter of fact, not only was he self-funding, he was passing out money to local nonprofits and leaderships. Now, people are like, "Oh, that's not true, Jerlene." Well, he was, but it was coming through other sources that did not have his name on it. Okay. If you want to check my sources on that, you can check my sources on that, and I can show you where that was happening. But anyway, so Long Beach had an opportunity to have his first Black mayor in 2014. Well, there was a large cohort of Black leaders and Black community members that were behind this Black man for Black mayor. Now, at first, when I saw him, I was like, dude, you sound pie in the sky. And I had a conversation with him. I said, are you live or are you Memorex? Because he just sounded too good to be true. And I have to say, he won me over. He won me over. And I was like, okay, this is an opportunity for a sea change in our city. And yeah, I was excited. Black mayor for Long Beach. Well, what happened? What had happened was, y'all listen, what had happened, y'all. Some of those Black leaders here in the city that were advocating and supporting Damon Dunn, that were sitting in his kitchen cabinet, were sabotaging his campaign. Okay. One of those people included current candidate Rex Richardson and someone who I will not name. Okay. They were publicly supporting Damon Dunn to be mayor. And then all of a sudden, they weren't supporting him. Now, the word on the street, multiple Black political leaders got pulled by the Democratic Party. And they basically informed these Black folks that were political leaders in the city that if they did not show support for Robert Garcia instead of Damon Dunn, that they would never have a political career in this city. Now, some of y'all who are watching, I know this video gonna circle around. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Y'all know it's true. And it's a story that definitely needs to be shared and told. Okay. So when I hear people talk about our first Black mayor, you're full of poo-poo. Oh, I'm sorry. When I hear folks pushing that narrative that we need our first Black mayor, who were part of that cohort that was originally supporting Damon Dunn and then switched up, you're full of poo-poo. Okay. We didn't have a first Black mayor in 2014 because Black people sabotaged that opportunity to have a man who was independently funding, that was really not attached to anyone, although people want to say that he was a former Republican. So was Garcia. Okay. Both of them. Pick one or the other. And when we talk about this whole racial thing, the elevation that has happened to certain people in this city is because of the compromises that they made to the Democratic Party. Now let's talk about Long Beach. Long Beach, our government in Long Beach is supposed to be nonpartisan, but we have so many party people in play that we get the garbage that we got in the news today. Okay. Now I know I'm gonna get some backlash for this. Y'all, I'm a historian. Okay. So one thing that I keep is paper. So I still have emails from 2014. Yes, I do. I still have emails from 2014. I still have images and all kinds of stuff. A little bit of a paper hoarder, just a little bit. But what I just wanted to say, so people, and this is messages to people who are out there that are pushing this whole, we need a Black mayor thing. Black faces in high places does not always translate to Black success. Okay. So if we are under the belief that because there's a Black leader in place, it's going to elevate Black people, y'all been sold out. Y'all been sold up the river. It ain't going to happen. And for people who think that a single individual represents the whole body of people and that's success, while everybody else is ignored and dismissed, that's not success either. That's not success either. So this is a message to some Black leadership out there. Y'all help create this. So this is why, Jerlene, no longer believes in that belief of voting Black or voting by racial group. It's about who is going to serve us the best. Now, so folks that are out there just happy and excited and want to vote for someone because of their race, stop. And the anti-blackness that's happening in our city, I really hope some of the Black leadership stand up and have a conversation with those anti-black people, including the anti-black black people, because I think we have more anti-black black people in our city than we actually have anti-black not black people in our city. Oh, and I'm not one, because I'm unapologetically Black, because I'm a Black woman that has lived the Black experience in America. And that's it. So I'm going to be going live a little bit later tonight. Long Beach could have had a Black mayor, but Black people blocked that. And some of the same people that are singing that same narrative about having a Black mayor, y'all allowed that to happen. So stop it. Stop it. And pay attention to the small print, folks. Pay attention to the small print. I'll be back. Gotta go. I gotta get dressed. Got somewhere. Got later.